How far away are you removed from your prime? Your prime is the version of you that never sleeps in. Your prime is the version of you that talks to the people you want to talk. Your prime is the version of you that practices the sports that you want to practice. How far away are you removed from that person? Because that's always what you need to be aware of. That right now, most of us are just scratching the surface. Most of us are just breathing, just getting by day, but it's not like we actually wake up with that purpose, with that feeling of, okay, this is who I am, this is who I want to be, this is what I'm gonna get for myself. That's why you really need to be aware of your prime. All the things that you go through right now, there's a reality of you where all those problems are solved. But that's why it's so important for you to know where you are right now. So that's why I also would say you really need to make for yourself a list of, okay, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. This is what I need to do. If your prime version is a 10, right? What number would you give yourself right now? So your prime is 10. 1 is just everything is going wrong. So a lot of us is probably not at 1, right? There are some things are going good. You might have some phases. You might have some phases that you're stuck with, right? For example, some people are overweight and going to the gym is the hardest thing for them to do. For me, I consider myself as an athlete. Even on my worst days, I do forms of working out. But for me, then again, I got different insecurities, different weak points, if you would say it like that. For example, for a long time, I was scared to make money, scared to put myself out here in the world and show my message. For a long time, I was scared to do that. So that was one of my weak points. So that's what I mean with some things are going good. If you want to see the most results, you need to really focus on the things that you really view as scary. The things that you view as, okay, this is hard for me to do. This is where I got the most insecurities. In this field, I got the most insecurities. So like I've said, be aware of how far away you are removed from your prime. And what causes a lot of people not to be, never reaching that state of their prime is the mental warfare, right? The mental warfare that goes in all people's head. The mental warfare of, there's this voice of you that just will break down everything that you will try to do. You might want to talk to a girl. The voice within you will say, no, you cannot do that. You're a failure. You want to make money? Voice says, no, you cannot do that. You're a failure. That's the weak point of you that you need to be aware of. So that's the warfare. That's what causes a lot of people not to do what they want to do and reach that prime. And what I noticed is it's all about being the person. It's all about being the person that you need to be in order to achieve what you want. And everybody already kind of knows this, but You know, being the person that you need to be is harder than you think, because being, in order to be, right, you first need to become the person if you want to be the person, right? The being is the prime, right? The 10, the where you want to end up. But first you need to become that person, and that is all about giving yourself the chance, because the first things that you want to do, so let's say your prime self is a 10, and that would look like you just every day going to the gym, you working on your business, you building good relationships, all those type of things. That's a 10, right? But you first need to give yourself the chance to put yourself in those situations and probably fail within those situations, so that you can learn certain um things that you need to learn from that. But in order to do that, you have to be okay with the mental warfare. What I know with a lot of people is they cannot they cannot have control over what they want to control, because the voice is too personal. And that's something that you might need to accept, right? You go through a lot of things before you end up here, right, where you are right now. You went through a lot of things, so at the time when you want to do some self-improvement, you have a lot of things that will come to the surface, which are just the accumulation of everything that you went through. So a lot of things will go through will come to the surface. But if you get scared of that own voice, you know, the catalog, the thing, you know, I can not even describe it, but the thing going on within your mind, the voices that say, no, no, you cannot do this, no, this and that, the emotions that you will feel because of those thoughts. And, you know, that's the mental warfare. But the thing with that is, you cannot be scared of that, because the moment you are scared of that, you will sabotage your own growth. And that's why why a lot of us will never reach our prime self, the 10, the best version of ourselves, because we're not really ready to go through the fire. And that's the most important thing to do, right? If you wanna become that person, you need to give yourself the chance to be that person. And that comes with a lot of being vulnerable, right? Doing things where you won't know how it will end up. You need to give yourself the chance to learn new routines, new ways of thinking, and just new ways of doing things, and new ways of solving the problems that you want to solve. And that's what I've been working on a lot lately. And I started this coaching program because of it, because I think I learned a lot of it, and I want to help more people with that. So I'm gonna leave the link to make a call, a coaching call with me. I will do a couple for free, probably, until a certain moment. But you know, once you realize that it's only you stopping you, there, you know, right now there is $1 million. Right now there is $1 million laying around somewhere, but the only thing stopping you is the voice in here that is saying no, you cannot do it. That's the only thing that is stopping you from taking the action. That's the only thing. And once you realize that, you will notice that the only thing out of it is also yourself. And that's what I mean with going through that fire. A lot of people cannot thrive because they're too busy to survive. What I mean by that is, you're at home, you're stressed. You're not gonna think about starting a business. Some people do, right? But most of us not. You're not gonna think about the things that you really want to do because there's too much stress going on. There's too much chaos within your mind that makes you think like, nah, I cannot do this or that right now. And that's just stress. It's all stress. But the moment when those things go away, you will see how much time you will have to work on a business, how much better you will feel about yourself, and that leads up to having good relationships. Because that's also one thing. The reason why a lot of us don't have good relationships is just because we are more judgmental of ourselves, which causes us to do certain things, or we just walk around with a certain uncomfortableness, and when you interact with people, they will feel that. It's not even that they don't want to like you, it's just like you already judge yourself so negatively that they will never get the chance really to get to know you, because you already gave them the insecure version of yourself because of you just judging yourself so fiercely. And that's just, that mental warfare. And that's, and then at the same time it's so simple, at the same time it's so hard. Because everybody wanna have the shine, the fantasy, but just the road to that is a road full of being vulnerable. And that's what you need to give yourself more opportunity for. Because if you're not gonna be vulnerable, you will be stuck in your ways, the ways that don't get you anything, the ways that don't get you the results that you wanna get. So yeah, like I've said, how far away are you removed from your prime? Are you ready to go through that mental warfare? I'm not even gonna say warfare that you need to fight with yourself, because it's not a fight with yourself, but are you capable of being vulnerable to the point that you can accept yourself, so that you can accept your mind for what it is and not judge it, and move with direction? Are you ready to do that? So yeah, with this note, I'm gonna end this video. Thank you for watching. Like I've said, if you wanna have me working with you one-on-one in order to help with this topic, right, then I will leave the link in the description, and I will see you at the next video. I'm out.